Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Battle series, The School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2017. So, first off, slow down. I normally upload my videos a day before because I have really bad internet. But today I'm recording tomorrow's episode, and this will be probably the last time I do this because I wanted to do it anymore. I get new internet today, so I'm super happy about that. That's gonna make my life so much easier and make putting videos up for you guys so much better. So super happy about that. And because this is Tuesday, you'll be watching this tomorrow, but you guys will know there was a Pokemon Direct earlier today. And I hope you guys caught it. If you didn't, I will link it in the description below. But I'm pretty much sure that all you Pokemon fans out there will have watched it and learned the news that on the 17th of November, this year, 2017, we are getting new Pokemon games, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, Ultra Pokemon Sun and Ultra Pokemon Moon. So, super hyped about that. The trailer didn't give a lot away. We saw what looked like what was Sogala and Lunala kind of merged with Necrozma, which kind of looked really cool, and some fancy twisty turny thing with the Z stone band thing. So who knows what we're going to get, if we're going to get some new mechanic with Z moves, some ultra evolution thing. There's loads and loads of stuff out there, and we could theory around it forever, but I am super excited for one, and I hope you guys are. If there's stuff that you really want to see in the new Sun and Moon Ultra versions when they come out, let me know in the comments below. It'd be great to hear what kind of things you guys want to see in the new games. Personally, I am really hoping that we get some new Alola forms, like stuff from Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh. That would be amazing. I would love to see them incorporate new Alola forms. The Alola forms that we've had this in Sun and Moon so far have been just cool and really brilliant improvements on the majority of Pokemon, and just kind of quirky as well along the way. So hopefully we get a lot more of them. I expect we'll probably get more Z moves and stuff like that. But yeah, super exciting. So not long to wait. We're gonna get news all the way through the summer, I expect, like they did last year. So we'll have snippets and things, and make sure to check out the World Championships, because every year they make a big announcement at the opening ceremony. So I would imagine we will get some big mechanic announcement at the World Championships this year in August. So nearer the time, we will link all of that stuff so you guys don't miss it. I don't really cover news and stuff on here, but if you guys want to see stuff like news updates and stuff, and theory videos and things like that on the channel, we can do stuff like that. But you know, the channel was kind of mainly set up to do battling, and that's kind of what I kind of want to stick to. We can always talk about stuff about the new games and things as they're coming out during these episodes, so that's kind of an option as well. But yeah, super hyped. Anyway, so yesterday we had our Battle Spot Doubles series back. We played what was kind of dubbed like a choke sort of team from 2015 in the new format with the Tapu Koko and the Tapu Fini. Had a really bad start. Forgot about Manectric having the lightning rod, but other than that, the episode was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've got any Pokemon that you want to see featured on that channel, let me know, because like I say, we've probably only got a couple of weeks of us using the QR code teams before I build a team and we get our teeth really sunk into that metagame. But on to today, we are going to use the same team we've been running last week, and you know, we used on Monday. Didn't have an episode yesterday, but I'm going to try and do, while we're doing the Battle Spot Double series, I'll probably not do an episode on those days, but Monday, Wednesday and Friday I'll do School of Hard Knocks. It's a bit difficult at the minute to fit everything else in with, especially when we're doing the I've got the NBL going on as well at the same time. It's just quite kind of chaotic at the minute. So I think we've got a nice balance. Let me know though what you guys think of the current structure. So what we'll do is School of Hard Knocks Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll have a Battle Spot double series on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and then a QR code on top of that on a Wednesday. So that seems quite manageable, definitely at the minute. Obviously at the minute as well, we've got our MBL videos on a Friday and a Saturday on alternate channels between me and Hibiki. But outside of that, that seems quite good at the minute. And let me know what you guys think, because it's all about what you guys want. That's all it is. But I'm not going to drag this on any longer. We will jump onto the battle spot, see if we can find ourselves some opponents today and carry on, because we are on a winning streak of, I think, 8-0 with this team, which is crazy. I didn't think we'd be doing so well with this team, but I probably jinxed it already by saying that. But you never know. I am really enjoying this team. It is Hariyama, Flygon, Tapu Fini, Gigalith, Arcanine, and Nihilego. One thing that's really surprised me about the team, we haven't really been using Arcanine too much, so maybe we kind of feature that a little bit today if we can. So we have our first opponent of the day, and they are running a team of Gastrodon, Alolan Marowak, Hariyama, Slowking, Celesteela, and Tapu Koko. So we may need to bring the Arcanine, because there is a Celesteela on the opposing side of the field, and we don't have much outside Arcanine that can deal with it, so might not be a bad idea. The Gastrodon is going to be a bit of a pain to deal with, because we don't have a lot to deal with that. I think I might have to fall back on maybe Hariyama, get the Flame Orb activated, and then start dishing out some big close combats onto it. We can utilise Knockoff, but Hariyama is going to be very good here regardless. Knockoff hits the Gastrodon, gets rid of its item, hits the Marowak super hard, the Slowking really good, especially if we can get a knockoff onto the Celesteela, that's massive. We do need to be careful for that Tapu Koko obviously, but I think what I'm going to do here is lead off with my Hariyama. I'm going to bring my Flygon in the lead. I will bring Arcanine, and for my last Pokemon, who do we want? Maybe Gigalith, or no, maybe Tapu Fini might be good here, just to change the terrain. The Muddy Waters might come in handy as well, and it gives us a nice switch in for anything that Hariyama's going to kind of launch out at us. So we will go with Tapu Fini. Good old Tapu Fini. Gigalith might have been nice here, to be honest, because my opponent probably will try and go for a Trick Room, and you know if the Trick Room does go up, but the inclusion of Gigalith in my team might put them off bringing their Trick Room mod, or leaving it till late game. And my opponent does have that Slowking. It's going to be slow, it's going to be able to hit with Stab Water type attacks, big defenses as well, and also that Hariyama that threatens it pretty hard. So let's see, my opponent going off just straight off with the Hariyama Slowking lead here. So probably going to go for that fake out and try and set up the Trick Room, but we can just try. The thing is, we're minimum speed Hariyama, so I'd imagine if my opponent has minimum speed Hariyama, we're going to be speed tying. I'm just going to go for a fake out into the Slowking, and I'm going to go for a U-turn into it as well with my Flygon, because at least we should get one of these off. So we use fake out, do get the fake out into the Slowking. Hariyama goes for fake out, so we just trade fake outs this turn, just fine. Flame Orb activates, so quite free here just to go for a knockoff into the Slowking and just a U-turn into it. I wonder if a combination of that will be enough to KO. I don't expect the U-turn to do very much, but it's nice chip, and then we can get the knockoff, Flame Orb boosted, probably going to do a lot of damage and hopefully prevent the Trick Room. So Flygon will return, we'll keep that for later on. What am I going to bring in here? I think I'll bring in Tapu Fini here. I could bring in Arcanine, but I don't really want it taking too much damage. My opponent has brought that Celesteela, we're going to need it for later on in the game. So we will get the Misty Terrain up. And there's the knockoff. It is enough, so we get rid of the Slowking. One big problem gone, so that's nice. And let's see, we just see close combat come out from the Hariyama into my Hariyama. So really thinking about it, the Arcanine switch there would have been a lot better, but that's fine. That Hariyama has taken the drop from using close combat as well, so we'll be able to hit it really for good damage with our Tapu Fini this next turn. So I could go for a knockoff into the Celesteela, but it's probably... I want to preserve Hariyama, to be honest, so I'm going to switch in my Arcanine for my Hariyama, and I'm going to go for a... I'm going to go for a Moonblast into the opposing Hariyama. The only fear here is if that Celesteela has Substitute and it sets it up, it's going to make it a bit awkward to deal with, but otherwise we'll be fine because we'll start putting a lot of pressure on the Celesteela next turn. We'll activate our Misty Seed as well now, so we'll get that special defensive boost, which will be handy, especially if that Tapu Koko comes in, and then the next turn we can thief whatever items on that Celesteela. So we did get the Moonblast off. It isn't quite enough to pick up the KO there. Do see a Heavy Slam come out into the Hariyama slot, but not very effective there, and we see a Poison Jab doubling up into the Hariyama slot, so working out alright for us there. So I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go for a Flare Blitz and I'm gonna go for a Muddy Water with my Tapu Fini, because I think a combination of the two should be able to take this Celesteela down. May protect, may switch out, but the Muddy Water should be enough to take down the Hariyama as well. We don't see any protects coming out from the Celesteela. Get the Flare Blitz off. Do huge damage. And Muddy Water as well. It does connect with both, so we should take both Pokemon down there. And that leaves us with 4 against 1. Okay. I do really like the offensive Arcanine. It makes such a difference from using that bulky one that I've used for so long. Like, the damage difference on Celesteela is brilliant. And my opponent's last Pokemon is that Gastrodon. So what we'll do here, we will go for a Thief with my Arcanine onto the Gastrodon, and I'm going to go for a Calm Mind. I'm just going to boost up a little bit with my Tapu Fini. Get some Calm Minds up, and then we can start hitting it with some Moonblasts. So we do Thief, but don't Thief anything, so it's obviously got a Z Crystal, so it's probably the Groundium Z, I would imagine. We don't see it use it this turn. We just see Muddy Water come out, so hopefully no accuracy drops here. Is enough to take down that Arcanine. Arcanine does glue down. Alright, so what have we got in the back to bring in? Oh, we've got a Hariyama, of course, haven't we? So let's bring in Big Harry. And we'll just go for a Fake Out and a Moonblast now, and that should be enough to deal with this Gastrodon. You know, we'll get the Moonblast off and then we can get another one off the following turn. So Gastrodons don't tend to carry Protect, so we should be alright just going for this play. And my opponent just forfeits. A good game to my opponent, and an alright win there. I don't understand the not protecting the Celesteela or switching. You know, especially when they had the Gastrodon in the back, it would have been a perfect switch in that turn for my opponent, because if there was ever a chance of me going for the Muddy Water, it would have probably been that turn, because the Hariyama was so low health. Flare Blitz, especially into that slot with the Muddy Water damage. So the Gastrodon switching in that slot wouldn't have taken really any damage from the Flare Blitz, and would have got a boost from the Muddy Water as well. Yeah, my opponent would have lost the Hariyama still, but the Gastrodon would have been in a lot stronger position going into that next turn, and then the Celesteela could have come back in. Obviously the Arcanine's still a problem, but then you've got Gastrodon to put a lot of pressure onto that to kind of force a switch there, and once you got rid of that, it's a lot easier to deal with the rest of the team, especially with something as bulky as Celesteela. So anyway, that's another problem for another time. We'll move on to our next game. Creeping up the ladder quite nicely here, aren't we? So let's hope we can make it 10-0 today. That would be excellent. That would be really good. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this team. I'm in two minds because we've got the Indie Open this Saturday, like I was saying on Monday's episode, that you can participate in an online tournament and win prize money to pay for a trip to go and compete in the American Internats, which I'm planning on doing. So it'll be amazing to win, but I'm kind of in two minds whether I want to use this team or not. I am really enjoying it, but I don't know. We'll see nearer the time. Anyway, we have our next opponent of the day. They are running a team of Arcanine, Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Aerodactyl, Kartana, and Tapu Lele. So we've got double Tapus here. The Tapu Koko, fast defensive mode with that Aerodactyl, Garchomp, and Kartana, and then we've got that Tapu Lele. I'd imagine probably the basic premise of my opponent's team here is to set up a Tailwind with the Aerodactyl, get stuff like Garchomp in, Swords Dance possibly, and that Tapu Lele, and just really take advantage of your opponent with that speed boost. So what we're going to do here, I do like Nihilego here, but we've got to be very careful with that Kartana, and the inclusion of Tapu Lele makes it quite difficult to utilise Hariyama here with a fake out and things like that. But let's see, I think what I might do is lead off with Flygon and go Nihilego, bring Gigalith, and I think this time round I'm going to bring Arcanine because that Kartana is going to be a bit of a nuisance otherwise. I know we've got the Flygon that can deal with it, but it never hurts to have a couple of backups, and the Intimidate in general is going to be quite nice against things like Garchomp as well, and that Aerodactyl. So see how we get on. What's my opponent going to lead off with? So we lead off with our Ultra Beast and a super cool Dragon Flygon, and we see my opponent just lead off with the Kartana and the Tapu Lele. Now, what do we do here? We could double in to the Tapu Lele. Because it could be Scarfed. You've got to remember that it could be Scarfed. We could just Flamethrower into the... I think I'm going to just do that. I'm going to Flamethrower into the Kartana, and I'm going to protect Nihilego this turn. So there's a protect on the Tapu Lele. It's a Leaf Blade. Ooh, it's Scarfed Kartana. We do survive though. So we will be able to pick up the KO here, which is nice. We get rid of one, a huge threat to our Nihilego. We'll see what my opponent brings in now. The nice thing there is that we didn't reveal the Scarf on our Flygon. So Tapu Koko comes in. Now, it's a bit difficult here because we'll probably see a Dazzling Gleam and then a Psychic into the Nihilego to get rid of it. And I do not think that a Flamethrower and a Sludge Bomb is going to be enough to pick up the KO onto Tapu Lele. What could we do? What could we do? I really want to preserve the... I think I'll switch in Arcanine for that. And I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb into the Tapu Lele just to get some damage off onto it. We probably will lose Nihilego here. I can't really go for the Trick Room because, like I said, the double up is quite obvious for my opponent. We could switch it out into Gigalith, but I kind of want to really preserve Gigalith's health as much as I can. It can operate without the Trick Room, you know. We've got to still be careful for the Garchomp, which might come in now. Here we go. So we could have went for that Trick Room, which is a bit annoying, but at least we just see Dazzling Gleam from the Tapu Koko. We will get a Sludge Bomb off into that Garchomp. And pick up the Poison, which is pretty nice. Right, so we know what my opponent's last few Pokemon are. I really need to get the Flygon in here, to be honest. And puts a lot of pressure onto the Garchomp and the Tapu Koko. I think what I'm going to do is go for a... I'm just going to Flare Blitz the Koko. I'm going to protect my Nihilego here. It's just another Dazzling Gleam. And I wonder if we're going to see a Tectonic Rage come out from the Garchomp. Just a Rock Slide. Okay, hopefully we can take this with Arcanine. We can. No flinch, no flinch, no flinch, so that's nice. Arcanine will probably go down here, but that gives us that free switch into Flygon like we wanted. Super nice, yeah. Right, so we can get that Trick Room off this next turn. Because what we'll do, we'll go for a Draco into that Garchomp slot. And we'll go for a Trick Room. And all being well, the Draco meter hits, and then we'll be set up going into the last few turns of the game, so that should be pretty nice. So we'll go Draco meter into the Garchomp, and we will Trick Room with our Nihilego. This could all backfire. The Garchomp could switch into the Tapu Lele, and the Tapu Koko could protect. Then we'll be in trouble. But no, protect. Oh, but we miss. Terrible. This is the worst. Literally the worst now, because we're going to take an Earthquake, probably. Go down. No, Tectonic Rage. So, well, it does happen sometimes. You can't, it's not the most accurate move. I swear Draco meter misses more than 90% of the time though. But, like I say, we've had luck in other games, so it's just one of those things. So, Garchomp Tech raging into the Nihilego. We will go down and we're left with just our poor big bad Gigalith. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet, because our Garchomp can't freely Earthquake with the Tapu Koko next to it. And we do have Wide Guard as well. I don't know what to really do here. I mean, I could just protect here. Gives my opponent the option to just switch around what they're doing though. Imagine maybe a Rock Slide and or Koko might just protect here. I think I'll just protect myself, burn the protect on the Koko. That's what I kind of expect. So no protect from the Tapu Koko though, so it probably is that Rock Slide Thunderbolt combination. Just Dazzling Gleam. An Earthquake. Alright. So my opponent actually gonna take down the Koko with it. I guess to bring the Tapu Lele in though, because it get the Psychic Terrain up and it'll be able to launch some really big Psychic type attacks at us. Now this turn, I think that the Garchomp will probably go for Rock Slide rather than the Earthquake. So we could get possibly lucky, not get flinched, and pick up a kill with the Continental Crush onto the Lele. Then we can actually win because we can stall out the Garchomp with our Wide Guards. So it's just about getting through this turn really. If the Tapu Lele protects and the Garchomp goes for an Earthquake, it's going to be game over really, but we've got to hope that the Garchomp is forced to go for a Rock Slide. Ah, there we go, there's the Earthquake coming out, so yeah, game over. Just a bad call. And we're going to burn as they move into the Protect, so never mind. I wonder how many turns it'll be till that Garchomp goes down with poison damage. Ah, look at that damage, it's tiny. Let's see. Garchomp's probably got 2 turns of poison damage left, yeah. So we could... The Garchomp's not going to Earthquake here. I mean, the Tapu Lele will probably go down, but he's just going to double into us, so... We can just protect this turn. There's the Rock Slide play that we were kind of expecting. And, oh, Energy Ball. Not ideal. And I'm pretty sure that'll kill us. So I'm hoping now, what we've got to kind of hope for is my opponent goes for a Protect with Tapu Lele and an Earthquake with the Garchomp, because I haven't revealed Wide Guard. So we'll go for that play now. Wide Guard, Garchomp goes down, and then it's one-on-one. So there's no Protects coming out from the Tapu Lele though, so... And we just see a Rock Slide. Going for the flinch. It makes a lot more sense. And the Energy Ball. So we do... it's a bit unfortunate. We could have kind of got through that, but now we're just going to lose to this Tapu Lele, so... damn Draco Meteor. It's a funny story with Draco Meteor. I had 1 year at UK Nationals. I played Ben. We've had Ben on the channel before. So Ben Kiriakou is another top UK player. Doesn't play too much anymore. Sam Bentham as well. So both these guys in UK Nationals had a really good Swiss rounds, and I played both of them in Swiss. And I was running Salamence in my... It was like a Mega T-Tar team back in 2014. And I was running just regular Salamence with it, and I missed 3 Draco Meteors against Sam in Swiss and 2 against Ben in consecutive matches, and lost both those matches. But I still managed to top cut just, so you can't complain too much. But it's like hating Draco Meteor after that event. But never mind, these things do happen. It's always a good idea if you can run the more accurate moves over your less accurate ones. It's always more reliable, especially in tournaments and things like that. In the case of Flygon here, it hasn't got enough special attack to pick up the KOs I need it to with Dragon Pulse, so I have to make that sacrifice and go for Draco Meteor in those situations. So, bit unfortunate, but good game to my opponent there. Good game, and unfortunately we take our first loss with the team. But never mind, it was going to happen eventually, and you know, losing to a Draco Meteor miss, I'm used to that by now. It's fine. I have the same accuracy rate with Play Rough as well. In 2014 again, at Worlds, when I was playing Worlds, I finished 7th that year. So I was using Mega Mawile, one of my favourite Mega Pokemon, and I think we played 7 rounds of Swiss, and then I had my top cut match as well. So quite a few games that day. I think I probably used Play Rough about 9 to 11 times that day, and it hit twice in the whole tournament. So there's a lesson for you guys to take away anyway. We'll not go into... That's all history anyway. Yeah, more importantly, just if you can, if it makes sense and you can pick up the KOs with the more accurate move, then it always makes sense to run that over the more powerful one. But, you know, sometimes it's that risk-reward thing that you probably hear a lot of players talking about. And the risk is it's low accuracy, but the reward is super high because you pick up the KOs that you need. But we'll wrap things up there, guys. I hope you've really enjoyed today's episode. It's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of cool things come out the past couple of days, like Sun and Ultra Moon versions and all that sort of thing. And for you guys that like Pokken, or Pokken, or however you pronounce it, that's been announced on the Switch, as well as the virtual consoles are going to have the gold and silver games on there as well, which were two of my favourite ever Pokemon games. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'll definitely be buying them when they come out. It'd be cool to see Crystal as well released. But yeah, we'll leave it there, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It is massively appreciated. If you've got any comments or anything like that, leave them in that comment section below and I will get back to you. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do, so you can stay up to date with when these videos, the School of Hard Knocks, come out. The QR code series, which will be following this video in about an hour's time, Battle Spot Double series, and all our NBL Season 2. So this week we are playing Team Cyberbaz, so that's Barry Anderson and Aaron Zhang. So it's going to be amazing, it's going to be a lot of fun. Check out the team building video on Hibiki's channel this week, and we will have the match itself on my channel on Saturday, so do stay tuned for that, guys. And until tomorrow with another Battle Spot Double series, I'm still trying to sort out times with Eloy, so hopefully we can get that pinned down. If not, like I say, we'll do that next week, and we'll just play with another team. So if you've got any suggestions for that series, do leave them down below, and I will make sure to feature those Pokemon or strategies or whatever you want to see on that episode tomorrow. But until then, guys, you take care of yourselves, have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. So until then, guys, bye-bye!